this working? I think actually I want to adjust my camera here for a second. Bear with me, all one viewer. Me. Okay. Sweet. That is louder than I want it to be. I'm gonna have to turn that down a little bit more. Don't need very loud music. I just need a little bit of background noise. How loud are these? Let's press some buttons. Testing my stream setting. Okay, so we're gonna just turn that down then. Turn that down. And then turn that down here. All right, good enough. I don't know how those are gonna work. This is good. We're doing this live. We always do this live. All right, I think that's good for that. And now I can go over here. Hello, everybody. I'm Alexis. I'm the lead engineer on this game, Once Upon a Galaxy, for those who don't know and might be watching this on YouTube or after the fact. This is my little baby auto battler mobile game that I've been working on with a bunch of other awesome devs and game designers and such for a couple years now. It's asynchronous, which is awesome, which means I can start a game now and wait for people to show up. Yeah. All right. Let's just jump right in. Everyone knows how to play, right? King Arthur, Chucky, or Dorothy? King Arthur is actually surprisingly, to many people, my favorite of these three. Chucky's a nice, easy way to survive for the first few rounds. Dorothy, well, Dorothy is kind of in the middle. I like Dorothy more than Chucky, but it's also probably the least powerful here, in my opinion, for surviving the early game. I haven't been working on my deck list, so I should probably look at these. Ooh, this is definitely... I'm running on a beta build, so you might see some stuff that isn't public yet. Like this is not working. So let's not put that in our deck. I don't see anything obvious. Daedalus is a hero. Why is Daedalus not in here? Especially with Pisces. No, Daedalus isn't a fae. Never mind. I don't really like Giving Tree, but it's different. We're going to try some new things. Yeah, let's just play these guys. Okay. Ooh, Aladdin. That's like one of the perfect first hits, because I want a gold in this. It's got the buff. Oh, come on. I'm playing on easy mode here, apparently. I might actually be... You know what I should have done before I did this? I'll play this game as is, but I should have checked my ranking. I should make sure I'm playing at a fairly high level, because otherwise this isn't going to be that fun. I'm recruiting another character, so I generally like to take the stat treasures, War and Shield in this case. I mean, Bounty Contract is going to trigger here, probably. Elven Tools seems like the most speculative. Let's just take the War and Shield. Evil Stepmother is not the juice on Arthur. Do I just take the Spider? This guy used to be a hero. Why isn't he a hero anymore? I think I need to pull back a little bit here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll just take the Spider. I mean, we're just, like, ridiculously strong here for turn one. I'm not really worried. Ding. Alright, I mean, I just take another spicy hero and just kind of stroll my way to uncommon and probably rare, honestly, at this point, if I'm taking this kind of chonk. I got excited. I thought that was a dragon egg, but it was a 0-power creature and a dragon, which would be much better combined. I guess I'll just take the dragon. Dragon also used to be a hero. This board is all heroes in my heart. In my heart, these are all heroes. Alright, this looked good. Alright, pretty easy win here. Good to face Athena early before she's gotten a bunch of her buffs on. These are all commons, and the spell's not super exciting either. I don't really like any of these, but if I take a hero, I could golden it later for my ability. Whereas Thorn is just guaranteed value for the rest of the game. I think I'm going to take the picks. It plays, and it probably plays for at least a turn. Well, I'm definitely going to take the silver picks now. Half the point was to golden a hero. Glory Seeker to get another hero, or I could just take a uncommon. This could be something like Prince Charming, and like I could get hosed by somebody who's power tripping. I kind of want to just take the silver and keep going and try to find a hero naturally. Like, I have so many silvers. Nutcracker Prince isn't too bad. I think it replaces the baby dragon. Do I want the Puss in Boots in back? I kind of want Aladdin to die early, and then hopefully the Nutcracker Prince hits Puss in Boots or Pix, which are the ones I want most likely to stay on my board another turn or two. Get a slot butt back here, start building towards Ship-Shape Inspector. Yeah, this looks good. Alright, yeah, this is an easy board. We're probably under... we're not even killing our Nutcracker Prince. Okay. While there aren't that many people here, let me see if I can pull up. Give me a second. I need to turn on the break scene for a second. Okay. I'm actually kind of curious. I'll do this in a minute. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to keep playing, but once this game is over, I'm going to go make sure that I'm properly statted. I do a lot of dev testing. A lot of, like, messing around with my account, and so I'm very rarely actually at the rank that I want to be at. This is all garbage. I guess we do Presence of Gaia, put it in the back slot, which is going to be the hardest to pump anyways. But I do a lot of testing and a lot of messing with my account, and not a lot of, like, real playing, and so my rank and my account are always just all over the place. And so, like, I'm probably not getting valid opposition here. I need to remember to do that every time I stream, actually. I'm going to write that down. Every stream. Check rank. Okay, cool. Normally I would take Santa Claus if I was concerned about losing, but Santa Claus is rude, and I can just twinkle twinkle my way into turn 5 here. I have way more strength than I need for this level of competition. Yeah, we've got some less than thrilling boards here. Okay, we didn't... Well, at least Pix got bigger. We didn't get our hunt. This guy just doesn't hunt. Okay, Mimic. It's the only rare. It's a hero. Seems pretty solid. Nutcracker Prince will keep pumping it. I kind of want to get rid of unwanted heroes as long as the Nutcracker Prince is still on the board. So let's put Mimic in the back. Oh, well, there's our ship shape. We only have 2 slot buffs because Puss in Boots didn't slay. Hunt. This would help. I mean, this is still just probably correct to speculatively take. Is there anything that pumps Mimic? There isn't like a ranged here. So yeah, I'm gonna take the ship shape. I'm gonna try to get the back slot to go again, even though it makes my Nutcracker Prince worse. I actually might do this. Is this weird? Maybe this? This is even weirder. I'm certain that I'm stronger than this character, though, so I'm kind of actually trying to make myself weaker in a way. So let's see what happens here. Yuck! Yuck! How's it going? I am, currently... Come on, slay, slay, slay. Woo! Okay, there we go. We got one of our slots. Currently trying to get a ship shape inspector buff while playing against underpowered opponents because I forgot to set my rank out of bronze 0 or whatever the hell I'm at. I think I take the goodie bag, even though it's not super powerful. It has a lot of potential, and it's not like I'm worried about losing right now. Punching bag is fine. I don't need Puss in Boots anymore. I guess I could keep this. I don't need this anymore either. This is, you know, at least possibly going to get one of my ship-shaped slots for me, so I'll leave it like that, which means I probably want this. All right, let's see if we can... We're playing a different game than everyone else. We're playing, can I get Puss in Boots in slot 2 to hunt on turn 6? That's the game we're playing right now. Oh, no, you're right. I should turn on streamer mode. I totally forgot about that. There we go. Okay. Thanks for the reminder. Okay, see... Lightning bolting my Puss in Boots is just rude. I don't mind losing. Like, I was definitely doing things that I deserve to lose for, but, like... I wanted that. Okay, anyways, I got my trigger. I can trigger the ship shape from here. My board really wouldn't benefit from a Daisy Jones with this tiny little goodie bag anyways, so yeah. Sick. Yeah, no, that's... So, one of the things I did very early on in building the game engine for this game, 2 years ago plus at this point, I built an engine that kind of just naturally knows how to relay itself out smoothly. And so a lot of that stuff just kind of comes for free. I like don't take super full advantage of it, and I expect to do a lot more of that in the coming months as we get to the, you know, make the game pretty stage of things. You might be noticing some stuff that's in beta here. Everything you see is beta, nothing is firm. Anything you see that's different, this right here is definitely not going to look the way it looks right now, but it's fun to show off stuff in progress and talk about it. So yeah, stuff's just kind of, there's a lot of like underlying fundamentals I took a lot of time on early. I don't think I care about, you know, I kind of just want the Aphrodite's Tear for the goodie bag, but I guess Gravity Well is in 3 turns the same thing, and it also helps my Mimic. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna be taking some cards this turn. Ooh. Okay, so next turn's still an epic turn, so Over the Rainbow isn't, like, thrillingly exciting. This is never gonna trigger. This is all nothing, so I still take the Over the Rainbow. I don't care about Puss in Boots anymore. Do I have a slot buck bigger than 2-1? Doesn't look like... I guess I have a 2-2. Yeah, that's not bad, actually. We could do that. We could still try to get this guy to go. Who knows? Maybe it'll work. Alright. Santa Claus deserved that. He knows what he did. Alright, shoot the goodie bag. Good job. Alright, so we have some actual opposition now. I have to start taking things seriously. I think I'm just supposed to take, like, one of these here. I don't want a giant Puss in Boots. This is a bunch of stats. And then maybe I True Love's Kiss it afterwards. Obviously not this True Love's Kiss. Although Puss in Boots gets to stay over Ship Shape Inspector, so it's got that going for it. Actual opposition, as opposed to the lobbies you played against me earlier. Yeah, those lobbies were full of pushovers like Yuckmouth and... I don't know, Yuckmouth. I don't feel right saying anybody else's name. No. Those are... I do like the friend lobbies. I really enjoy the real-time competition. among people who I respect as players. All right, so I think we're putting this here. I could take the two-headed wizard, but I'd rather just be kind of strong enough to stop losing hearts at this point. I guess this is probably better. Yeah, something like this. Okay, great. Well, if your boards are pretty bad, then I encourage you to join my live lobbies because I like winning. Like this, I like winning. Wow, this is not the kind of shop I wanted. So, I could take the Shrink Tea here, but I'm not really worried about losing. I don't have a specific opponent I'm worried about, and it's not that late in the game. So I am going to take one of these cards. Two of them are heroes, which could theoretically matter for my power, but, like, isn't really that important. So I could either choose to go first this combat, or I could bank a Navi so that I can get to Golden Navi eventually and maybe get a heart back. And I tend to play for that game. I like putting Navi in the, into the future, as it were. Send it to the future. That's how I think about this slot, is sending things to the future. I don't really want to silver all this stuff. This is not stuff I'm looking to golden, and Bronze Goose doesn't even benefit from it. I guess golden and goodie bag is nice. Nothing here interact with the Mimic. I'm just going to cast a spell and look for, like, another shop. I said I'm going to look for another shop. I kind of want to take the Abracadabra because it's funny, but Lost in the Woods is what I was looking for. I guess Abracadabra gives me another shot at TLK, but I don't really want to TLK any of these things either. I would Looking Glass a few of these things, but I think we're just looking for a natural legendary. Hint, hint, hint. I said a natural legendary. You know what? I'm not going to complain. Nessie does the job. Nessie does the job. Who gets the most grief in Yuck streams? Bam, Yaki, or Fire Oak? I think it's Fire Oak. I mean, there's literally an option that says take that, Fire Oak. I feel like that just, like, is there a take that Bam or a take that Yaki option that I missed? Just saying. All right, I do have a mage. I don't think I care about Goldilocks. So yeah, let's get a new shop and make our Mimic better. I should be looking for a range. It's possible I've missed a ranged character. That's one of the things I would actually really like to get in the game that I'm not sure how to get in the game, is some sort of, like, not super strong, but some sort of symbolism, somewhere on the card that indicates that it's ranged. I'd like to do that for sneak and other, like, super combat relevant keywords that you should be able to see at a glance. Not just for when shopping, but when, like, your opponent's board appears and you go, oh shoot, they've got 5 ranged characters and that one doesn't normally have ranged, but it does, right? Knowing at a glance if Mimic has ranged, I think is worth its weight in gold already, right? Titania's not too bad. Titania's does stuff. I can pump my goodie bag, my Nessie that I eventually want to TLK into something. Punching bag versus Bronze Goose. Let's just get rid of punching bag since we're not going to be buffing it. Yeah, we're going to do this because Mimic doesn't have ranged yet, so I don't mind it being second. Again, no ranged. We have a natural legendary. We do have a lot of animals. Maybe, but like, what would I replace? I'm not going to replace Titania. I want the buff on the goodie bag. I'm not going to replace my biggest animal. I could replace, like, I could see something like, but it wants to be in the back too. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I think we're going to take a hero or something silly like that. I do like epic treasures, so let's take G-Man. Actually, G-Man might be better than... How long am I holding on to this Mimic? To be honest, the fact that it's a mage and other things, I do like keeping it. I think I'm going to get rid of the Bronze Goose. G-Man has more potential. What's with the weird treasure UI? We are trying out some new frames. these are works in progress. To be super clear, I already have multiple things I expect to change about both of these frames that are in progress. These are kind of like they're not placeholders, they're like prototype versions of what we're trying to do, and we learned a lot from them, and now we're going to clean up a variety of things about them. But, you know, I'm bold and daring. I'm willing to just show off work in progress. The new frames are a beta thing, not sure it's being guaranteed coming live. Yeah, this one is close to what we're likely to ship. We're trying to find a better version than doing this kind of like half-faded oval thing in the center, and I think we have a really good lead on how to do that and make it still have this neat little cloud hanging over everything else. But the general color and shape and gist of this frame is pretty well locked in. The treasure frame has some other things going on we're trying to work on in terms of like the contrast of the colors, the sharpness of the edges, you know, the way the gem fits in, how much the frame detracts from the art. But like, it is something we're working on putting in. We are definitely going to have something different at some point. Because we already updated the other frames, and these are kind of lagging behind a little bit. And then once that's all done, then we can start really picking apart like the you know, the more polished aspects of things like, you know, shaders and shininess and materials and VFX and all that other stuff. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. What am I doing here? Am I just taking the silver? You could have alt art with a bow and arrow. That would be kind of awesome. I mean, I could see that for Mimic, actually. I could totally see specifically Mimic getting alternate art if you've given it range. That's actually kind of a cool idea. I'm going to let Yuck remember that one. Hey, Yuck, can you pass that one on? I think it's a cool idea. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the silver. I don't think I want random legendary. I think I'm looking for things like True Love's Kiss, so I'd rather have another shop here. Give it a Zoro mask if you give it sneak. That's great. Just like a one-eyed Zoro mask. That's great. I love it. I don't care about the treasure that much. I think I'd rather just see another shop, and I'd rather have a health than a silver Nessie. Nothing here does much, so I'm just gonna smash my opponent. All right, here we go. Here's some interesting choices. Do I Mysterio, or do I go for yet another full shop? Like, Mysterio is content. Do I replace the Mimic? But then I lose the Goodie Bag, and Goodie Bag's like the best character in the game. Okay, I'm gonna do the Eureka. If the Eureka wasn't here, I'd probably take the Mysterio. Oberon's not completely terrible. I guess it doesn't matter what order these are in. I want the Mimic to get bigger, though. It could still get ranged. I'm feeling a little bit of pressure here. These two are the opponents that have actually, you know, put up a fight, and I'm not growing as fast as, like, my theoretical maximum. Okay, this isn't too scary. I've got this opponent covered for now. Okay. None of this really does much other than the treasure, so I might as well take that. I don't think it plays on board. Doesn't really seem useful. Okay. Thing that works with Goodie Bag. Thing that does nothing. Thing that's pretty powerful if I mean to take new characters, which so far I think we're on the plan where I just keep playing what I have with the Goodie Bag. I think Goodie Bag is my... Oh, interesting. Daisy Jones, you're too small, unfortunately. I think I'm just going to silver the Goodie Bag now that I'm kind of all in on that. All right, Space Cat, let's see how you're shaping up. Let's see if I should be scared about this game. Okay. I can beat that board, but it's not guaranteed. A lot depends on how this goes. No, that's not going to be quite good enough. Okay. So this is my opposition. I don't think anybody had things big enough that this is a good move right now on the goodie bag. So I think I'm just going to take my silver. Okay, so now Mysterio is interesting because I can keep the goodie bag and the Mimic. I like that a lot. Do I keep the Titania? Or do I take random? I think I take random, but then I can't Mysterio again. And Gold Mysterio does secret rares. And so I think I'm actually going to bank Mysterio because I want to cycle through it again if I get the chance. Okay, that's not too bad. Something like... this is not super strong. Not super thrilled by that. Oh, actually, interestingly, this combos, the Frankenstein's Doctor and Daisy Jones Locket's going to give me a little bit of extra value. I kind of like that. So I'm going to actually put the big powerful creature in front. This works. This works. I got there. I got there. Kraken can just chill. I don't like... Oh, ranged. Ranged. We got the ranged sneak. Oh, we got it. We did it. We did it, fam. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, it's so close. Oh, it's going to leave it at 1, isn't it? Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, we're still losing to this thing. But we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Stinky's better than Kraken. That's a pretty easy swap. This is not an exciting shop. I could have double ranged. I could gain Treasure Hoard. That's not nothing. I mean, it's close to nothing. Okay, I don't think we're going to pull this off unless Goodie Bag and Stinky do some real good work, but... Or maybe actually the Mimic. The Mimic's going to get big from the Gravity Well and it's going to shoot that stupid ninja. All right, calling it. Shoot the ninja. Shoot the ninja. Shoot the ninja. Shoot the ninja. That's not the ninja. This Titania is also... Oh, I needed that extra range shot. Oh, okay, okay. Whew. All right, we're holding in there. We're holding in there. Do I cycle through a Flopsy or do I get an extra shop? How big is my buff? 17? So I could buff my left slot for a turn by 30-ish. That's only good if I get like a golden goodie bag or something. I think I'd rather just cycle the ninja. Over the rainbow, probably. I don't think these do anything useful, and I'm hoping to still hit something on my board. There's the Silver Mysterio. Kind of wastes the over the rainbow buff, but I'm certainly happy to take another shot at these, and I think Titania needs to go too, but I can't do the Mysterio thing anymore. All right, yeah, let's just do it. All right, Stinky and Frank's Doctor. Give me something good. That's a thing. Okay. I don't want music with words right now. Do I take the uncommon treasure or the rare treasure? I'm going to take the uncommon treasure because I actually would really love a Lich's Heart here. Just, you know, just in case. All right, none of these are Lich's Heart, but this guy has Treasure Hoard. This guy has Treasure Hoard 5. This does something. Let's do this. All right. Hit this guy, hit the guy. All right, we got this. Cool. Yeah, actually, Stinking in 5 wouldn't have been a terrible idea. I didn't even think about that. If I thought of that, I might not even Mysterio'd. But we are here now, and we're here for content. Okay, Through the Looking Glass on Titania, I think. Captain Hook, great. I love it. That's great. I think we keep going down the Captain Hook train. This is almost definitely the last battle. I don't think anything here does anything better than Grodo, so let's just do that. All right. Battle. The real question is, do we have enough people for a live lobby? Or do we have enough people for me to show off cool things? Oh, that's gonna suck. Oh, okay, never mind. We're gonna win the ranged war. All right. All right, let's do this. Finish. All right, let's see what we were. We were bronze 4. Yeah, no, I need to bump that up. Okay. Let's see if we have enough people for a live lobby. And while I'm waiting for that to fill, I'm gonna go mess with my rating. Don't tell anyone. TU6G. Up to 5. Well, we got to 6 really fast there. Okay, cool. Give me 1 second to finish what I'm doing here. And I will get it started. All right. Burgundy Mirror, Plurmorant, Lumpy 90, Nacrocissa, and LT Beach. Thank you for joining. Have a good time. Good luck. And all that stuff. Oh, Dragon Mother. I can't turn down a Dragon Mother. I don't think I want to make any changes to my list, but I always like to look to see if I have any new epics that I'm excited to try. And I don't think so. I think we're going to stick to the Blackbeard Herc plan. I could try to put Charlotte in, but it's just not actually good. Yeah, this is fine. I would like to get an In Master. I should play this card, you know, more in real games. I think I'm just going to take the 3-3. It's nice and big. I feel like this guy used to be a 2-3. Wow, that's so long ago. Like, our stats have changed so many times. Just little things. This is interesting. Like, all of these are set up for next turn. Do I want to set up... I think I'm taking the Puck, but, like, I don't like Rose because what I want is something that's going to buff my egg. I'm definitely getting an egg. Gingerbread House does that. Arguably better than Puck because it's permanent and I don't have to worry too much. But, like, I think I'm just going to take the Puck, though. I think the Puck is just better overall. It gives me more options. That works. I'll take a tie. All right, so here's our egg. We definitely want to support that. I'm a believer that you just always take the silver egg. I guess the gold egg has more debate around it. Do I want the laser shark or the flying monkey? This way I can put something in front of the Puck. I guess I'm going to get another unit, so it's probably going to be like this. Because either one of these is going to go in first slot. I'm going to take the flying monkey. I just think it's generally more likely to at least lead to good outcomes. That's interesting. Do I want the jealous stepsisters? I think it's just greedy. I don't think any of these are going to work out. These are all terrible. I might even do this and just make the flying monkey not supported. In that case, I think jealous stepsister. I guess no. This doesn't. If this gained health, it might be better. But I'm just gonna take this. Oh well, of course we're fighting Nacrocissa with Chucky. This is gonna be a blowout, isn't it? Oh no, we don't have anything super crazy going on. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take a half heart against Chucky, especially when my support gets killed. I'm gonna take it. Honestly, everything but Wind-Up Toy is a useful choice here. I feel like I'm supposed to take the most guaranteed value here, but like this lets Stepsisters go off, and this obviously builds towards that while improving my board. Well, Jill's back. I'm less excited by a silver spider because that really should go away. So I think I'm going to take the Jill and get this quest off while I still have a chance to make value out of it. And then I don't actually need this anymore, right? Okay, just making sure. I don't like Twinkle here. I don't like... I could go for Chameleon, actually. I wasn't thinking Chameleon, but, like, I could do, like, Chameleon here or here. One of these two slots. It's greedy AF with the mysterious egg. Chameleon's so greedy here. I'm gonna... Oh, it's so greedy. Yep, let's do it. Okay. Let's greed. What do we got? All right, Lumpy with the half heart, so at least maybe I have a small chance. I think we're gonna do Chameleon first. I like this. Okay. We might take... Oh, come on. 10 health. Like, I shouldn't complain. I won the fight. I got my egg. All right, I got my jealous stepsisters. We can do the Chameleon later. It's fine. The Chameleon will slay later. We're fine. I don't think I want bounty contract. I don't really want any of these things. Well, mysterious egg notwithstanding. So I'll take lesser mimic, but it does mean I have to be a little bit careful about what I gold in. I want to get rid of this. Do I risk the Captain Ahab? There are a lot of uncommons that are doubled that are good, so I am going to take that. I don't think this is going to hunt the last character unless I do some real serious reordering of my board. I don't want to risk the Prince Charming, so do I want slightly better stats or long-term value? And I think I want long-term value. I think it's time for the Puck to go, which means I think we're something like this. Minimize the chance that the Chameleon slays, maximize the chance Ahab does his thing. Support the egg. Yeah, this works. This isn't super powerful. There's a very good chance I'm losing a half heart or even potentially a full heart here. Yeah, that didn't help. But we only have half a heart. I'll take it. That is a perfectly reasonable outcome for kind of an interim board here with the Chameleon, the Egg on one, the Frog Prince. Like, this was definitely not a board designed to win a fight. It was a board designed to get value later. So I'm okay with slaying now, and I want the goodie bag, which goes right here. That's really convenient. So now the I think we just take the Grodo here. I'm too far away from the Tin Man. Jack in the Box, mild consideration if I was like really weak and just needed something to stave the bleeding, but it would feel really bad, so I'm not going to do it. All right, I don't think this is going to slay here. And I'm fine if it doesn't hunt. I'm fine holding onto it or getting rid of it. Actually, no, I actually am going to do this. If it doesn't hunt this turn, I'm probably not going to be able to keep it, so I'm going to do it this way. Pardon me while I have some food. You know, considering I lost my cracked heart from that battle, that was a really good battle. I got my slay. It was a pretty decent slay, a pretty decent transform. I got a lot of stats on my Frankenstein. Okay, so this needs to go, which means goodie bag's kind of outstaying its welcome unless I find a way to buff it. I guess I have sparkles. It's not too bad. So I like to start by just thinking, what do I want to get rid of this turn? And these I want to get rid of. I want those gone. And Puck doesn't replace one, so let's just Lost in the Woods and have the silver refresh itself. Morticon's actually not completely bad from the goodie bag. I can probably get that to go off after a turn or two, and it's certainly better than Captain Ahab. Fairy Dragon's not good enough here anymore. It used to be really good. Pick a Peck of Peppers is also worth considering, but I think I'm just going to go for the doubled rare treasure because I have the lesser mimic. Maybe it's not worth it, but it's what we're doing. This is a slight upgrade since I definitely want both of these in the back. I like the goodie bag, but True Love's Kiss on like the Frankenstein. That's a lot. That's a real big True Love's Kiss. That's a tough choice. Or the sparkles, obviously, but I think... Yeah, it's a tough choice. Like, do I want... The sparkles is guaranteed value for the goodie bag, so I think I'm taking the Frankenstein True Love's Kiss, but... Okay, well that actually works pretty well. I think it's even in the right spot. I guess I could do this. This is probably slightly better. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. I don't think I've ever been... Well, I wouldn't say happy to see Wizards of Oz there, but like, it was pretty solid. We got our... It let us get our Mordecon in one go. So that's nice. So we're getting 2 of whatever this is. I mean, Shattered Shield is, you know, a bunch of ongoing value with the goodie bag. But I can't turn down multiple free treasures. I'm sorry, it's just too good. We're gonna rock out this time. Mirror Mage is tempting. 2-headed Wizard. If I had a Mushroom Ring possibility, but I think we just take the Mirror Mage here. Get rid of this Mordecon. This is, like, so speculative. Like, the odds that I get this Mirror Mage off before I want to replace it are pretty low. But here's our first one. So we're going to do that. It's also good with the Wizard of Oz. Like, I'm doubling my spells. I'll be honest, I didn't think about it that way, but it's true. I don't think this matters. I guess there's a small chance that if I do something like this, which gives the goodie bag a slightly bigger buff, this might potentially go off, depending on how powerful Necrosis has gotten. Actually pretty close on the Captain Ahab. Unfortunately, goodie bag was just a little bit too good there. I think I should take the silver goodie bag. I don't think Jasmine Dragon is better than a free shop, and this doesn't target. This targets, that's nice. I want to put that in the middle. I do like putting summons in the middle slot so you can double support them. It's kind of my base assumption. Where else would I want this to go? Probably the back slot? I guess that's not how that works. Yeah, okay, never mind. Alright, we got our spell. Pretty good on turn 8. That's about when I wanted to have this done, was before I got to Legendary. Rainbow Bridge is solid. Boots of Magic Find is great. Honestly, these are all justifiable. Shield of Athena works great with goodie bag. Rainbow Bridge also works great with goodie bag. Probably, I think this is just more stats than goodie bag, or than Shield of Athena. So I'm going to take Rainbow Bridge over Shield of Athena. And I don't really feel like I need Boots of Magic Find. I'm going to start getting a bunch of rare treasures, and this is value now. So let's do this. And I think we're good. All right, good luck, Lumpy. Sorry about the eating on stream. I don't love to do it, but I legitimately have a metabolism where if I go more than a couple hours without consuming calories, I crash. Just how it is. And It may not necessarily make sense to people who haven't streamed before, but streaming takes a lot out of you. It's just like you're just on, right? It's great. I love it. I love talking to people. I love showing things off. I have a few things I want to show off later, by the way. Don't let me forget. It's just draining. Like, you just kind of, you never stop moving, right? All right, so we got Melody's Loot. That's going to be a lot of nice free value. Encyclopedia Britannica. We don't really have anything with Treasure Hoard, but that could happen. I don't see why we don't just take the Wizard of Oz here. I can't believe I still have this Ahab on my board. And it hasn't hunted, and it still might. It just keeps coming close. We have 2 villains. I do kind of like Jack's Magic Beans, but like the odds it hits the things I want is pretty low at this point. So yeah, let's take the Kiao Star and just get some stats on board. We can aim at villains. I mean, those are all villains, but they're, well, I mean, they're bigger than the Mirror Mage, actually. Am I just taking a Katamari on turn 9? Turn 9 Katamari. And Captain Ahab as well. He wants to go too. I think I keep the Mirror Mage. Would I TLK a Mirror Mage? I think is an interesting question. Honestly, I'm happy with anything getting TLK'd except for this goodie bag, and even that is like mostly reliant on this. Wow, we're up to 40-40 on the Wizard of Oz. So yeah, let's just take the Katamari and let's replace Captain Ahab. Why not? Sorry, Captain Ahab. But keep an eye on Mirror Mage and see if it would have hunted. It's very important. Nope. As my friend used to say, nope. Ooh, Mirror Maged Mixo Macho. That's not completely bad. Let's do that. Here, and Wizard of Oz does not need a Mixo, but that's fine. So Mirror Mage has the Mixo on it, so I don't want to get rid of it. At least until I see what happens. I might actually just take the Jelly Roger and guarantee going first. How am I doing on Rainbow Bridge, just out of curiosity? I actually have everything but common or secret rare, so if I could replace one of these, but it's not going to happen. Okay, let's just take the Giant Growth. Let's take the stats. I know I mixoed this, but like, whatever. It pumps the battle, or sorry, pumps the wizard. All right, we got a little bit of stats from the Mixo, not a ton. But this board is no match for my goodie bag. Wizard of Oz potential. Dragon Dice, that's nice. Potion of Treasure Finding, probably not relevant. I think I just roll again. Yeah, I think I just go again. I mean, technically it's a common. Like, I could put it on the board instead of Mirror Mage. It's a villain con. No, you know what? This is actually better. Jealous Stepsisters, welcome back to the team. All right. You're a villain, you're a common, we're good. Two-headed dragon is great. It's better than Sparkles. And we get a common treasure out of it. If I take two-headed dragon while having dragon dice, I should get to keep an extra treasure. Like, we shouldn't write that on the card. I should still totally get to keep an extra treasure. All right, Magic Acorn is obviously correct here with the Wizard of Oz. That is a big Jealous Stepsisters now. It's too late for Herc. I could trigger Brick Monster. That's probably better than Katamari. Will it trigger? Oh, it's so close. It's plus 56, plus 50. It's Xaxes. Am I Xaxes? This is Xaxes. Oh, because it recruited itself. Oh, it was gonna be Xaxes, Brick Monster. Like, I wonder, like, should the Brick Monster show that +6/+6 in the shop, knowing that it's guaranteed to happen if you take it? That's interesting. Like, we try to show stats in the shop as they're going to exist on your board whenever possible. So are we supposed to show that extra +6/+6 knowing that it is absolutely guaranteed to apply when you take it? Like, I wouldn't want to do that for 10,000 Fireflies, 10 million Fireflies, whatever it's called. Because that's different, because it says it buffs itself after. So, like, yeah, no, I think it's correct. It's just, like, weird. It's weird that, like, it's inaccurate and we could fix it, but we shouldn't. All right, let's see how big these monkeys are. Okay, that's fine. We can deal with those monkeys. Is there a possibility of a treasure in the future which could make Brick Monster not a toy? That would be more confusing unless you showed it as a +6/+6 graphic. Yeah, I think it'd be incorrect to do. And I also don't think that we're ever going to have, like, a treasure that, like, takes types away, but I don't want to say that for sure. Do I just take World Shrub? Does that even do anything? Bottled Starlight doesn't do much. Trifork. Trifork is the answer. I have infinite treasures. I wish I had a number here that told me how many treasures I have. What do we have? Oh, it's not that many. It's only 10, but we're about to get 2 more. And we have whatever number this is. I say I wish, but, like, I know it's coming. I just haven't gotten to it. You know, I don't love that this is overlapping here, but it's just fine. It's not even worth writing down. Okay. I don't care about Mixo. Captain Hook is really tempting, though. It's better than Brick Monster. Yeah, let's do that. Blackbeard. All right, is it time to break? Time to break out of the having exactly all types. All right, Burgundy, what do you got? Am I gonna need to go deep into Hunt here? Ooh, you got a, oh, that Flopsy. Oh, that Flopsy's scary. That is a really big Flopsy. And a really big, do not take, I guess I don't care what you take. I'm just messed here. I'm screwed no matter what. Okay, okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Only 2. I was worried about taking Full Heart. I mean, I took Full Heart anyways because it's top 2, but it's like the point of it, right? Like, all right, this is trash, so I think we just take the 2-headed wizard. I don't think there's any reason to go for the bronze goose here. I'm probably just dead here. Oh, interesting. The X2 kind of, like, blends in now with the new frame. We'll have to clean that up. Well, none of this is helping. I guess Medusa might. I mean, like, what could Goodie Bag even summon that would make this a winning board? But I think the only shot I have is actually the Medusa, so we'll do that. Good luck, Burgundy, not that you need it, especially since you're still taking your turn. All right, we got our Hunt. That's not nothing. Okay, we're getting a lot of decent hits, but it's just not quite enough. We're not there. That was a really powerful Flopsy board. All right, good game. Well, since I went all the way to the end and it filled up fast last time, let's see if we still have enough. Yeah, there's a lot of overlapping stuff here that streamer mode is not necessarily perfect. In fact, actually, this is a great photo with everything in it, so I'm just going to grab this and file it away for later. Give me a second. Streamer mode cleanup. 3 issues here. Okay. Alright, let's go again. Good game, Burgundy. Let's see if we have another lobby of 6, please join up. These are free for anybody to join. Open to anybody who is watching. They are, you know, relatively skilled players on average, but we love the competition. While this fills up, I will continue to work on my async in the background. Where... There it is. We're playing music from Overclocked Remix in the background, if you're familiar with them. The reason we're playing music from Overclocked Remix in the background is because it's free and not licensed in a way that means I can't publish these on Twitch. What am I doing? Export as CSV. Save as... Looks like we're full. Awesome. I will put this over on another window and start the game. All right. Yuck, LT Beach, Sunny Ray, Than, and Plumerant. It is a really interesting name. It makes me want to really sound it out and find how the letters connect. It's like it's a plurigloss from The Good Place. It's just got a funny sound to it. I like it. How's my Dungeon Master deck? Wow, I don't... Oh, actually, it's not too bad. I've got quite a lot going on here. I'm not going to dig through this. I'm going to trust that my deck isn't completely terrible, except it has Busted Bot. I don't want Busted Bot in Dungeon Master. Wormtongue? Wormtongue works. Although I actually doing... It looks like I'm doing mostly a hero deck here. Huh. That's fine. Wormtongue's still fine. It still does stuff. I'm doing like a toy hero deck. So I'll take the picks. Ooh. Like, Daughter of Athena is just so powerful that I think I have to take it. I mean, powerful in the sense of like getting an early uncommon treasure, not powerful in the sense that it's actually a good card normally. But it's kind of asking to just lose the first round here. But that's fine. I mean, it's witches too. It would have been nice to beat witches early. Alright, well, Puss in Boots came back, and that's a hero, so that's a pretty easy pick. Easy picks. Love it. Oh, so close. Okay, didn't get my third hero this turn. We'll definitely get it next turn. Definitely. Wow, this shop's not really great. Jack in the Box doesn't really go well with picks. Flying Monkey's generically strong, but like... I guess I could put Puss in Boots here. It's not completely terrible. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, Beach, what do you got? And it worked. Just your classic Puss in Boots hunt from slot 3. These are all actually interesting picks, but I'm going to take the silver, both because it moves me towards a treasure, but because I really want to find a hero, and I want all the shops I can find. There we go. Oh, Mecha Man, or Wink. Ooh. Is this a Wink game? I don't know how I'm going to get it started. I mean, I'd have to find a... I mean, I guess it depends on what I get off of this. Wow, this is a tough choice. These are both, like, exactly what I want, though. What am I gambling on? What am I gambling on? Let's gamble on Wink. All right, locked treasure chest. Oh, leftover pieces. I gambled wrong. These are not mages. God, am I really taking locked treasure chest for my early uncommon? I have no toys or mages. And I'm not even sure these are powerful enough to make me take them now and get the power out of them before I... So yeah, I'm taking locked treasure chest. Okay. Kind of just want to take Ahab. I definitely don't want to prioritize Wink. I can move these around, however, but like, I think I need the Ahab. I guess I could take the Cowardly Lion. That might trigger. It's only turn 3 and I have a Pix. And then I don't have to worry about putting it in the max slot. So let's try that, actually. Let's try Cowardly Lion. Alright, good luck, Cowardly Lion. This is looking good for Cowardly Lion. That's 1. That's 2. Also, your Jealous Stepsisters is going to go off. Nope, I'm sorry, I mistook. 1 turn Cowardly Lion. And you got an Ahab Slay. I think we're all happy at this time. Alright, we get to get 3 uncommons now. I think we're going spells. I don't know, what do you think? Wand of Strength, Ring of the Magus, and Merlin's Pointy Hat. Let's go find some mages to replace this Dinky Winky. None of these are mages. Twinkle Twinkle's probably correct. Let's take the Twinkle Twinkle and find a hero mage. Do I just take Toady? I just need something chonky. I don't think Pan Shadow is worth it, so I think I just take Toady. I guess I keep Wink around. Like, this is only a tiny difference in size. And it might hunt. Alright. This is starting to look a little bit sketchy for turn 4, except for this giant Toady. Hit this, please. Thank you. Alright. Well, we were close, but it was barely close. It's like close. The opposite of close? I don't know. This is not... I mean, this is a mage and a hero, but it's Santa Claus. I think I want the ranged character, actually. I think the ranged character will do a lot of work with my spell buffs. Do I want... Oh, Mimic. Oh, Mimic is like everything I want here. I just need to start using my treasures here. Okay, so I think I'm losing the Cowardly Lion first. I want to get rid of all these things. And I think this is the correct way to lay it out. Oh god, Yuck on skip with 3 hearts. Okay, this is going to be a bloodbath unless I get some real good hits in with this fire-breathing dragon. Yuck, can you kill Pix for me before it attacks? You know, actually, that almost worked. I had a 50-50 there to win that fight. So, you know what? That's fine. That's fair. Tin Man's interesting here, but I kind of want to get a spell or 2 off because of the Mimic. I think I want to buff the back slot, though, because for now that's got the ranged character. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. That's a lot of stats. This is actually pretty interesting, too, but I think I'm just going to take the silver. Wow. And then obviously Mimic has ranged now. I hadn't even thought about that. I think I take the fire-breathing dragon, but I am seriously considering the 2-headed wizard. I think I take the fire-breathing dragon because I want as much power as I can right this second. Oh, and it buffs the Mimic from the treasure hoard, too. Can't forget that part. Mushroom Ring. Mushroom Ring is value right now with Toady. Crow's Nest is a ton of stats, and it might actually be correct from a winning perspective. And this does nothing. Okay. So do I want... I gotta take the Mushroom Ring. There's so much stuff going on with this board. I don't care. Okay. Well, let's see if my ranged characters can win the RNG battle. Nope, that wasn't good. This one's working, though. This is great. Okay, we got this. We totally got this. We got this. I want you to shoot here, please. Okay. Enjoy your Don Quixotes. Someone else will have to deal with that nonsense. Okay, nothing here helps Mimic, right? Nothing here is a recruit or a mage. I guess this is technically a mage. I think we're just gonna over the rainbow. This is exciting. The fact that I still have a flying monkey and a Pix on the board. Do I want the Tin Man under the assumption it's about to proc? I don't want the Prince Charming. I don't want the Prince Charming with Mushroom Ring. Very classic. This is slightly bigger stats, but only barely. I think we take the Tin Man here. Pix has got to go too, obviously. But that'll be soon. It's a good start. It's a good start. I don't think I'm winning this. Certainly not when you summon Jack-in-the-Box. I guess it wasn't that big of a Jack-in-the-Box, if I'm being honest. Alright, pew. Pew. Something that kills my guy. Alright. I promise, the power is coming. Silver characters in your shop turn golden. Is that what I want? I mean, I have some treasure hoard stuff going on. It's too late for this. I don't have any of this, so yeah, let's run it. Alchemistry set. we're playing all the bad weird treasures today. Magnificent with Mimic could make a difference, but I think I'd rather keep going. I'm looking for something more powerful than that. Smug? Smug's decent. 3 bags full. Just take 3 treasures. One of them which is legendary. Or I guess I only take 1 treasure. But it's a legendary, so yeah. Trident of the Tides, yeah, sure. Awesome, great. Okay. I think... Do we want to go the other route? Yeah, I think we want the Mimic in the back now. Okay. I do have 1 farewell since your recruits are farewell. Oh, that's a good point. I missed. Well, we'll see if the alchemistry set works out. All right, so now we're actually winning fights finally. Chip on the ship. I do have toys. They're not summons, but they're oh my god, why is Nessie so big? Oh, it's because I've been building up toadies. Do I just spend it on Nessie because Nessie's just the biggest thing you can get doubled or whatever this thing does? Like, what are we at? So 80, so 50 to 100 to 200 to 400 to 800. So I've got 4 toadies in the queue. I think I just take the Nessie. This is just ridiculous. Look at this Nessie. Whoa, Nessie. Right, so I'm gonna keep Toady around, obviously, so I can make huge legendaries, so I guess Tin Man goes away. This is a legendary treasure. Do I even care about Fire-Breathing Dragon going first? No. No, I'm putting it in the back, actually. Do I could go for a different... Oh, no, I could re-up on Nessie. Oh, that sounds tempting. Should I re-up on Nessie? Let's re-up on Nessie. Merlin. Okay, sure. Merlin's a mage. Merlin's solid here. I've got Merlin's pointing hat, Merlin himself, Ring of the Merlin, Wand of Merlin, Merlin Ring. I'm sorry, this is actually Two-Headed Wizard Ring. I misspoke. It's more than legendary because I've got Dungeon Master. Yeah, I don't think that's how that works, but like... It's a good argument that maybe it should, right? Like, I have Dungeon Master and Smug, so should Smug be making the left one super rare? Like, I don't know. I don't think it should, but, like, I could see the argument. Alright, I like Stinky. It's probably better than Infinite Boon recruits. I don't want to get rid of Toady or Smug. Fire-Breathing Dragon, you are the worst card on my board, obviously. Double Double. I don't have any real slot buffs. No. I just want the treasure. I think I should probably cast Double Double, but I don't want to, and I'm gonna complain about it. All right, Yuck. Got anything that beats a 800 Merlin? Look, I'm gonna be honest, Turtle. I totally forgot that I had Smug on the board. And if I'd remembered I had Smug on the board, I absolutely would have taken the Golden Toady. Or whatever it was, Golden Link. This is a super rare, secret rare treasure for sure, though, so I think I'm going to take it. Better than Stinky now. Stinky, goodbye. Alright, I'm changing my mind. Maybe I'm taking Stinky. I don't want to lose Mimic. I don't want to lose any of these things. I'm so greedy. I'm on one heart, and I just can't stop being greedy. Honestly, it's probably time to get rid of Toady. What am I saying? I'm gonna take Mimic away for a bit. Mimic is not actually scaling with the rest of the game. That means I want Conan. This can't be right. I'll look at this in a minute. Yeah, see, I have a legendary from Smug. It's not a secret rare. I don't care enough about Toady to get Parting Gift. Let's put it that way. And I am gonna replace Toady soon. Do I want more random treasures? It's gonna take me 2 battles. Merlin's not dying. All right, I'm taking Parting Gift. Maybe we'll get a summon. All right, Conan, are you more likely to go off in the front or the back against Than? I'm gonna try front, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's correct. Okay, we've got a chance here. Actually, I think they're all hits. They're all hits. Great, awesome. Conan, nice. Very nice. Very nice battle RNG for you, but not gonna do it. This Merlin's just too big. Stinky isn't... Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I thought it was... You were thinking because Smug is a villain. So, I guess it's not coming from Smug, though. No, you're right. Yeah, it might be true that it would have been for Wink. We could get World Shrub, and then everything's a mage. For this and this. That's probably... And then for this, obviously. This isn't actually that great here, and this isn't that great. Okay, World Shrub it is. Mop? Is this ever a mop board? I do have Parting Gift. I don't care about any of the rest of this stuff other than goldening two-headed dragon eventually. Yeah, let's just take Sorcerer's Mop. I think it's... If I'm taking Sorcerer's Mop now, Toady probably goes. I don't think I have time to build up many more Toadies at this point. That seems like a... No, obviously I have multiple buffs. That can't be right. I think I'm supposed to hold on to the Toady buffs. Okay. In which case I can bank this. Well, Goodie Bag showed up. It's a little bit of a 1-1. Can I risk running the goodie bag for a turn. I think it might be better than... Can I get away with it? Is Merlin going to be good enough this time? How much longer does Merlin keep me alive? I think I'm going to split the difference and get rid of Smug. Alright, Yuck, what do you got? I should have put this first. That was... I meant to put Merlin first. I mean, at least it'll be good against Captain Hook. Never mind, Captain Hook isn't playing this game. Alright, still tying off of Merlin. The strength of Merlin. Merlin is the most broken card in the game. We all know that, right? Royal Invitation? Dracula's Fang. Like, if Goodie Bag had Treasure Hoard... I think I just take the Royal Invitation. I wouldn't mind finding a good use of this toady, like this turn. Is Daedalus big enough for that? Do I take the Kraken? I'm taking either Kraken or Daedalus. I don't really want Goodie Bag in the front, if I'm being honest, because of the Parting Gift. I mean, Stinky kind of wants it in the front. I think Daedalus is a good way to kind of split the difference. True Love's Kiss on Merlin. All right, what do we got? This toady is also going to go very soon. Okay, Big Bad Wolf. That works. Do I want Goodie Bag here for the stats? I think that's correct. All right, this works. Oh no! I got Mixo'd! Oh, come on. Come on. That's not nice. You're not supposed to Mixo me. Well, this game is over. Toady? How did I mispronounce Toady? I've said Toady like 500 times over the last hour. 500 times. I counted them. Merlin is the best card in the game. I mean, you're not wrong. Just to be clear, I was being facetious when I said Merlin was the best card in the game. I obviously meant to say Santa Claus. I don't know if we're going to have enough people with the third place, but I'm going to start another one, which will give me hopefully just enough time to finish updating my rank over here. You might see some code on the screen here. It's, I promise, nothing exciting. Okay. Progression, rank. What is it? We've got bronze, silver, gold. Let's just go up to this. What does it seem to think my MMR is? I don't know. That's not too bad. And what are you doing over here? If we don't get enough people soon, then I will just go to async. Just give me a second on that. Alright, cool. That's updated. I'm actually going to do that right now. If... Oh, we've got 2 people. 3 people. Well, 4 people. Okay, I will wait then. We'll do one more of these before I go do an async game. Room for one more. All right. Hippie, welcome to the lobby. Plurmorant, Nacrocissa, Lumpian Beach, welcome back. How is everybody doing today? How is everybody's week going? I do have to say that this week is already shaping up to be much better than last week. It's been a while since I played a pirate game. Let me see what my deck's doing over here. I have an innkeeper, that's nice. Ooh, I've got Herc Blackbeard, Weirdbeard, Pirate King. Alright, anything else I want to change? I have the full thing. It's one of my few silvered captains. Don't really like most of these. Might just leave it the way it is. Look at this. I want Pirate Prince. I don't think I want it over Weirdbeard or this. I don't actually want Barrel of Monkeys on this. So we'll do this until we look it up. I'm going to look up here and see if there's anything else I like better. Like an early pirate. Plunder Penny just doesn't feel worth it. You're not a pirate. Are you a pirate? Sure. It's not a great pirate, but it's a pirate. Okay, cool. None of these are pirates, but many pirates are in fact villains. It's kind of their shtick. Jack in the Box used to be a villain, is now a villain. Also a pirate, so if it dies in this slot and gets to attack, I might actually get one of my pirate attacks. I wonder why we made it... I mean, I'm not saying that this isn't looking like a villain, but... Like, is that why it's villain? I don't know if Yuck knows why we changed Jack in the Box to be a villain, because it definitely wasn't strong enough already. But I assume it was because it looks like a villain and a villain pops out of it, so thematically it would be weird for it not to be a villain. Alright, we got Nacrocissa on Hades. Hippie on Who's Who, a very solid just value captain. Midas, another solid early game, if you get lucky it works out captain. Like Skip. I like Midas a lot just for the same reason I like Skip, is you kind of take an early risk and it hopefully pays off. Okay, Aladdin's a pirate. None of these are pirates. I'm kind of already priced into losing this battle with this board, I think. And so I kind of want to just take the Mysterious Egg. Something like this. What's the way that most likely gets me 2 pirate attacks, right? Like this is fine. I guess I could do like this. Yeah, let's do that. This is weird. You know what? I take it. I got my 2 pirate attacks. And I'll take my lumps, as it were. Alright, so none of these are pirates. But this is just a bunch of stats, and it's a villain, so I think that's fine. This is everything. It could replace this. Is that correct, or do I replace Aladdin just for the stats? Or even the Jack in the Box, honestly. Well, Aladdin's better than... Or Jack in the Box better than Aladdin. Yeah, I think we do this. I don't think I... You know what? We're going to go for maximum pirates. None of these do anything. So... What... I think Magic Acorn is kind of the most speculative value for, like, Innkeeper, so we're going to take that one. Alright, so we want this first, because it really wants to attack, and then we want this down here, and then this kind of cleans up after itself, so it's like a nice final thing to have. Yeah, this looks good. I don't expect to win here. I'm hoping to only take half a heart, though. That didn't That was terrible. These attacks are truly outrageous. Look at the numbers left. 1, 2, 2. So inefficient. Like everything attacked into the big one. Okay. We need to not die so that our mysterious egg can proc. I'm definitely taking a silver here. I think the Minotaur is actually more value this time. Because I don't actually really want a 1-2 egg. That doesn't do me any good. Whereas this might... The health might let it survive. The power might let it actually kill something. I like a pirate. I think we'll replace the jack here. Just for stats. I mean, that's really what's going on here. Foul Lich. I have 2 animals, so this is a 4/7. That's probably the biggest thing I'm going to find. I could silver Aladdin. That's +2/+2 and a treasure. If I get a stat treasure, it's probably better than Foul Lich total. I'm really legitimately just looking for like the path most likely to keep me alive for one more turn here. And it might actually be Silvery Moon. It still has 4 power either way. Like, we assume this is a 4/7. This is a 4/3. It won't double trade, but a 4/7 isn't that great either. And this could give us something more valuable. Okay, we're going to do this. Sure. Okay. I definitely want Minotaur first now. I don't care that it means I don't have my pirate attacking first. Yeah, that worked out well. Do not... No! No! No, you're supposed to hit the thing that... Dear God. Okay. I thought Jack got depirated in the Big Types update. Apparently not. It looks even more like a pirate than I remember now. Why is it shaming the person that is not ready? It's not meant... I understand where you're coming from. It's not meant to be shame. It's actually because we don't have timers. And that's probably going to stick around that way for forever, for friend lobbies specifically. We're not playing in a queue with randoms, right? We know each other. And so, I mean, in theory, right? Like, obviously, this is a little different. It's just random people to some degree. But we're on a stream. We can chat. And one of the reasons I like that is there are definitely times where it's like, you know, waiting on Yuck, and I'm like, hey, Yuck, have you hit the button? And Yuck's like, oh, shoot, no, I forgot to hit the button, right? And that's actually, like, to me, a pretty valuable thing to have there. Now, we could change it to just being, like, 5 of 6 or something, and then you could be like, hey, has everybody hit the button? I could see doing that. It's not meant to shame, though. It's an intentional... It was written originally as a debugging thing. Like, legitimately, the main reason it does it in the first place was I just needed to see what was going on and know if someone was stuck, right? Because connection issues and flaky builds early on, right? But now it's just nice. I kind of like it, but I agree that, you know, it could be changed. I'm just not sure which is better. All right, I'm gonna quit and reload to make sure my rank update comes in really fast here. And I'm gonna do, because I lost pretty quickly, I'm gonna do an async lobby and wait for people to clear out, and then probably one more live lobby after that, and then we'll be hitting the 2-hour mark and we'll see how I feel. Your treasure buffs are improved by 1. You know, I'm going to take Maximus mostly because I hate it, and it seems that Yuck really likes Maximus, and so maybe I can get better enough at Maximus to like it better. Is there anything here that gives me more kills? I don't see anything here, so let's just play the default deck. Beanie Baby? Beanie Baby, really? Pied Piper? Is this an animal deck? Oh wow, this is a really weird deck. Alright, well, it's async. I've been sitting waiting for the fight to start only to see waiting for Nacrosis on Yuck stream and going, oh wait, I think, see? It's doing its job. Well, it's a Pied Piper deck. Let's take Pied Piper. Oh wow, that does look neat. Wow. So we're trying... I don't even know if I hate the title bar being that high. We're playing with some layering issues, the 3D cards, and you can kind of see one of the examples of that here. This is neat. We need to fix the title bar. I know what we're doing with the title bar. That's pretty cool. Okay. Does Puck do it too? Puck does not have it in this build. No. Just this guy. Okay. Okay. Flying Monkey? Just for value? Or Beanie Baby for a different kind of value? Let's take the Flying Monkey. I don't love any of these. I'm actually going to take the Forgotten Present just to get some sort of board advantage that sticks around. Pix isn't terrible here. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Did I just take the Puss in Boots? I think I'd rather just have the Puss in Boots. This maybe gives us a chance to start building up some slot buffs in preparation for a... Oh, that I really needed that to attack. I really needed that to attack. Which is partly my bad for... I put this in the back on purpose, trying to get Puss in Boots to attack earlier, but it ended up costing me when the Flying Monkey didn't get to hit the picks. But yeah, I'm potentially build up some slot buffs for an incoming Ship Shape Inspector. All right, well, I could cast Meet in the Tavern, but as Yuck says, Toady is the best card in the game, so I'm just going to take Toady. Let's cycle through Pied Piper. Do I want a Silvery Moon anything, or do I just want to get rid of this Forgotten Present? I do have a lot of animals. Hungry Hyena gets me the... And putting Toady here is actually not completely terrible either. So yeah, now Hungry Hyena is going to give me a full board of slot buffs at least, so... Oh great, we actually got off our Flying Monkey attack that time. So that fight worked out much better than the last one. Everything is coming up Dragon. I think I just take Baby Bear here. I don't see anything. And I think I replace Toady. There's an argument that it's, bigger than something else, but I just want all my buffs. I'm tempted to take Karma Chameleon. It's greedy. I do want to be killing things. I'm not doing a great job of that on some of these fights. I'm gonna cycle. Well, okay. I'm playing Karma Chameleon. I don't really want it to hunt. I'm gonna put it there, but if it does, it does. And here we have Charlie. Showing off some fancy collector art with fancy frame, and a fancy has more hearts than me, so let's see if I can fix that. Oh great, hit this please. Oh, okay. That's not so bad. Oh, we even won. I thought we were gonna tie there. Sorry, Charlie. Alright, Phil's decent. Probably better than... Definitely better than Pied Piper at this point. So we put that here. That'll help me get some kills for my numbers. Maybe. Sarmina's not completely terrible here either. I don't think I want Flying Monkey anymore. Karma Chameleon can trigger it too. I don't necessarily want Karma Chameleon to slay this turn, but I'm fine if it does. So I'm just kind of deciding where do I want it. I think I'm going to put it in the back. One of the things I like about the combo of Sarmina and Phil is, like, come on, Flying Monkey. Why do you have a giant Flying Monkey? I know Phil's going to get an attack, so it's almost definitely going to at least get the hunt in, which it did. So we got our 2 hunts. This gives a bonus shop of animals, and there's lots of animals on this board, so that might give me a silver. So this is a ton of value. I don't think I'm replacing anything here, even though I'm a little bit at risk. I think Baby Bear, actually. I can replace Baby Bear. It's a small upgrade, but it could become a big upgrade depending on what I get here, like a golden ring. I think I'm going to do that just so I don't die. I know that's more important things to worry about at times. Okay, so if I take the Baby Bear, does it play over Karma Chameleon this turn? Or do I take the shot that this hunts? I think I'm just going to do this. Don't like any of this. True Love's Kiss? Or do I go again with the Ace of Hearts? Hey, how's it going, Charlie? I just beat your board. I don't know if you were paying attention. Honestly, Sarmina's pretty greedy. I should probably... You know, it's only on turn 6. True Love's Kiss isn't worth it. Let's just Ace of Hearts. Alright, well now that it's a silver, I'm going to put it back on my board because I don't want to lose access to it. But I do want to go again. Two-Headed Wizard is interesting. Achilles is also interesting. In theory, I could actually put the Achilles here, and then I could actually finish Sarmina off this turn. This is so greedy, but I like long shots, so let's see what happens. Alright, that missed. That was really bad for me. That hunted, so that's okay. So we still got our 2 hunts, but we only got 2 of the 4. What do we get? Queen of Hearts. You know what? Not completely terrible. So I triggered my ability. I got my silver rare, which was one I already had on my board. So, you know, whatever. I want to get rid of Achilles. Does Daisy Joan do anything? I don't have any farewells, but I could. It's either that or Mirror Mage. It's kind of a long shot. I think I'm just going to take the Daisy Jones, even if it's just a hunt character by itself. I don't love any of these, but Two-Headed Dragon is... like... I guess Ninja and Trading is actually not too bad. I could do that. But where would it go? I really want Daisy Jones. I really want the 3 hunt board if I can make it work. I guess I could move Sarmina over. I don't really want to hunt with Ninja. I guess I do that, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. We'll take the Ninja. I figured it out. I think I'm just supposed to take Lightning Bolt so I don't die. Alright, well this board is way less powerful than I needed to be worried about. I only got 1 hunt for that reason. Alright, turn 8. Don't care about these. This Sarmina is really outstaying her welcome, but we'll get there. We're going to get there. We're definitely going to trigger this turn. I don't think I want Magnificent. I might take it just because it's an epic. I don't care about Presence of Gaia. I don't need the slot buff. I would replace Sarmina if it was on 0, but it's not. Hungry Hyena, Bronze Goose, Two-Headed Wizard, and a spell. These are all viable options. Is there any value in an uncommon treasure here? I could get a Lich's Heart. I could get a no, that's common. But between Lich's Heart and attacking first, this is actually pretty tempting. There's the Lich's Heart. Okay, cool. All right, Charlie. We're doing this again. We got our hunt. So now we just need to survive, not attack the fill. Alright, well, we took a full heart, but we got our quest. Widow's Web. I like that. I like that a lot. Am I ever going to get my my golden legendary? Please? Sarmina needs to go. Is Mockingbird even useful? I don't have enough slot buffs. Just +3/+3. Sarmina is pumping my board with the hunt ability, but like, it's not actually that great otherwise. I think Daisy Jones is probably the worst character on my board, though. I think it's worse than Sarmina. So I think we're going to take a summon. Try not to die. And then I want this in front so that it delays fill. I think I want this. I don't like Ninja in trading. Ooh, I like Titania. What out of this garbage am I getting rid of? I think Ninja has the most long-term potential. Sarmina's probably overstayed its welcome. Let's just do that. And then we can not make our board too weird. All right, let's see if this weird mess... I guess Titania with Phil, I shouldn't even be prioritizing Phil anymore. What a weird board. What a weird board. All right, just don't attack this. Okay, I legitimately... Okay, Kraken's good. Okay, take a half heart. Didn't know if I was only taking half a heart or not. Well, Spitting Hydra is a little bit late. Double on what, a 3/3? Oh, 10. I could do it on a 10. Is that enough to make it worth it? I don't think I can afford the Snapping Hydra on half a heart, unfortunately. It's really good, though. Maybe I just take it anyways? Probably better than this Mockingbird. Oberon! Oberon or double. Those are both solid here. I think it's the Oberon. And then do I keep the Fill or do I keep the Ninja in trading? I already have the Snapping Hydra. I think we're going to take the Oberon. All right. See if this is enough. See if this is enough. +20 to everything every turn. This is going to... Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we're here. I think we're good. I think we're good. I'm still one tick away from my legendary. I think I just take the golden. It's not great. Next treasure you discover is 2 rarities higher, so this will give me a secret rare treasure next turn. Sure. Or I could just take Daisy Jones and get a secret rare this turn. I don't care about playing it on the board, so let's just pop it up here. Bottled Starlight, Wonder Box isn't really a thing I'm doing. Doubling Cube isn't really a thing I'm doing. This is a nice chunk of stats. Goes well with Snapping Hydra and the stuff I'm doing. All right, Medusa, calm down. All right, we got our golden rare. It's gonna be like Hercules or something, isn't it? It's not Hercules. I think I'm gonna get rid of Queen of Hearts first, but like all this stuff needs to go. I can put these guys in the front because of Widow's Web, so the reason they were in the back until now is it just made sense. All right. Attack. Stats in the shop. So this is +10/+10 versus +15 only. I think I just want the attack. We'll be good. Guinevere is... what? 2 battles away from triggering? 1 battle. Oh, it'll trigger this battle. It'll trigger this battle if I put it in the front. So I could do this. I actually think it's time to get rid of Phil. Phil has done his job. Stinky's also tempting, actually. I don't think I'm supposed to take it here, but it is tempting. Is there anything I want? Silver? I guess of the things here I'd want a golden on board, it would be Oberon. Good game, Charlie. Yeah, maybe someday we'll have, like, please hit... Yeah, okay, great, that's fine. Someday we'll have some way for it to, like, send you a message after I've defeated your board and be like, Alexis crushed you! You gotta try harder, man! Nah, it'll be way nicer than that. I only have one hero. I like this one. I like hunting. Let's hunt some more. I don't think Mixo's worth anything. I don't think I play this on board, but I'll certainly take the treasure. Fairy Pancakes has more potential than Pandora's Box at this point. Here we go. Here's a nice big monstro with another treasure hiding in it. Goodbye, Guinevere. We'll try another one. Have it coded to just send that as a DM to internal Slack. I mean... Oh no! Check out the... did you guys see it? Did you guys see it? It actually worked well too. Like, it was a really good shrink tea. There was a super secret new animation hiding in there. Kudos to Charlie. What are we getting gold in? Tink? Sure. Drafty Window, Dwarven Cart, Merlin's Pointy Hat. Okay. Mockingbird, you're a bit late to end up on my board. Oberon, I've been talking about you. Welcome to the team. Do I really only have one villain? Still think it's correct. I think the KO star is still correct. Alright, finish this off and I'll start another live lobby here after I'm finished crushing people with this Hydra. Oh hey Yaki, good. I was just waiting for you. Good thing you showed up just in time for me to crush Phil, Steve, Brooke. What do I got? Boom. Pickles. +3 jewels. Alright. Play with friends. Alright. 7 VMV. Looks kind of like someone going like that. Or like maybe a wings. Welcome in, Turtle. We gotta wait for Yaki, though. All right. We have Turtle Lion, Sunny Ray, myself, Than, who has not readied up, Nacrocissa, and Cats. Good luck. Have fun. I'm Than Moonraker. Good job, Yaki. Good job. Wow. I have played or talked about every single one of these captains today. I'm always happy to play Dragon Mother, even though my deck for it is very bad. Bad because I haven't earned enough cards, because I don't play async on my main account and finish games without dev hacks very often. Like, I play so many games that are like either on a different account, or I undo them, or I don't submit them, or I, am using dev hacks so they can't get submitted. I just don't have a collection. It's hilarious. But it's fun. It's actually like useful to see the game from the point of view. Well, I don't have my skins in this mode. So yeah, this is in live lobbies. We don't currently have support for collections on the server. That's something we're working on, and probably will be around in, I wouldn't say the next patch, but like within the patch after that, it starts to become realistic for us to have added that. So like in the next couple months. Live lobbies are, quite frankly, a big hack. The fact that we can connect to a server and play this game is nothing short of a miracle considering how the game was built to be asynchronous and local and without timers and without internet connection being necessary, and so on and so forth. I'm gonna take the puck because of the egg that's coming, and I'm gonna get greedy with the jealous stepsisters and try to trigger it. But yeah, it's coming. We have a number of things in flight that will make that happen, but at this very moment, it's just not coded. There's nothing that knows about your collection on the server, so you can't get your skins, you can't get your captains being, you know, platinum, diamond, whatever they're, diamond, and actually, battle pass and other paid captains can't show up in the shop at all, because we don't have collections. It's actually part of the reason behind the bug where you'll get duplicate captains in a live lobby where it'll be like, here is, I need something that can stand on its own because I really do prefer to have this stepsister have another shot at triggering. I don't want this right now, it's got words. But yeah, it's just coming, it's just not hooked up. I could do gingerbread house, which if it goes first, guarantees the stepsisters goes. Although I'd rather get it on the egg. You know what, I'm gonna do this. I'd rather get the treasure. I'm probably gonna lose to Sunny Ray here. Definitely not gonna get 2 triggers off of this if the gingerbread house doesn't go first. So this worked out. Okay, I'll take it. Go here? No. I had a chance at... I think I had a chance at winning or tying that fight, but it needed a few things to go right there. So shoestrings and bubblegum holding together the live lobbies. Yeah, I mean... I exaggerate a little bit. Like, we're definitely cleaning it up as we go and making it more robust, but it's not our focus, right? Async mobile is been our focus since day one, has been the most important thing, and we've really pushed to make that the best we can, and then everything else kind of follows in that footsteps, right? I do like Masterwork scrolls here. Right, going into the Twinkle Twinkle turn. Ooh, do I want a Twinkle Twinkle? I think this is just better value. This is so much value. Makes my egg unstoppable. Gold ring. Gold ring might actually be correct for once, just to make my puck have some resiliency. Jack Frost, I don't hate either. I could put it here and just have some giant... I mean, it'd be weird to have the gingerbread house be the one with the big health, but I could see this. Yeah, okay, let's do this. This isn't terrible. I think I actually would ideally have the Jack Frost here, but I want the gingerbread house going first. So that extra Galahad I didn't want could have been a silversmith. Yeah, exactly, actually. That is, in theory... Sorry about that. I had a good turn. That was a good turn. Yeah, in theory, yeah, it could have been a silversmith in a world where we had it coded so that it could be a silversmith. You know, in a different world where A was true, A would be true. Billy Bones is better than Gingerbread House. These are easy upgrades because I have so much garbage on my board still. Do I want to meet in a tavern or do I want a Captain Ahab? Captain Ahab isn't actually better than anything on my board, so let's see if we can get a silver. Minotaur, I guess, is better than Baby Dragon, which isn't sticking around more than another turn anyways, so we'll do that. Alright, Turtle Lion, what do you got? Okay. It's actually not a bad board, but I just have so much power in my supports. Really actually would have been your fight if I didn't have this gold puck here or this Jack Frost, if one of those was missing. Alright, not the greatest hit, but it's some stats. Let's see if we can find a rare. We'll leave the silver in the pool. Ooh, goodie bag. Oh, goodie bag is great. It's even got the Billy Bones buff. I think we're losing the Minotaur. Do we want Funksatani Phil? Or do we want to go again? It would be +6, but that's probably going away pretty quickly. I'd want to buff it with some spells. But I'm already in summons, so it does combo well with what I have, and Billy Bones can go, so I think I like that. Alright. Well, I really want to start getting rid of some of these supports, and Jack Frost needs to go first, so I do actually like Spoiled Prince. It's at least an 8/8 minimum with this goodie bag already here. I don't feel like I need Lightning Bolt. I don't feel like I'm losing. I don't want any of this stuff. So, like, if I take something, I'm just banking it. I guess Mama Bear might be better than Spoiled Prince, actually, because it'll pump this thing up. Yeah, actually, I think I like Mama Bear better. I'll take the Mama Bear. Like, I don't like it a lot. All right, so we're gonna have slot buffs here for sure, no matter what. Where do I want this other slot buff? Probably in slot 1 is better. The joy of the same opponent multiple turns in a row. Yeah, well, I mean, good job. You got my support. That's actually pretty big here. There you go. Yeah, you know what? Actually, now that you've mentioned it, I'm actually going to go put that on my list, my short list. My short list, which is quickly growing to be a medium to long list. But what we want to do... So right now we have these, like, evil twins. And we've kind of decided that, even though they were a cool idea to try, that regular ghosts are probably just better. Ghosts being people who have already died rather than copies of people who are already still in the game. And by changing that, not only do we like the balance of the game a little bit better, we think. We haven't tried it yet. But it definitely fixes that issue. Because the reason you play the same person twice in a row is because the pairing algorithm can't handle evil twins. It can't handle the idea that, like, there's two copies of the same player in there to distinguish between. And so it just kind of throws its hands up in the air, and it always gives you the same two in order. We could probably fix that, but I'd rather just go to ghosts, and then it's not a problem. So yeah, that's fixable. It will be fixed. But it kind of goes back to that whole, like, live lobbies are super not our priority right now, right? Like, the vast majority of our players play through async, and the vast majority of people that we want to get to play the game over the next few months, we want async to be kind of the front and center mode in front of them, saying this is how you start playing the game and learn it and understand it. We care a lot about live lobbies, we care a lot about matchmaking and things like that, but, like, we're still a couple months out from that being our true priority, if that makes any sense. But it is coming. We are absolutely thinking about these things. We have a very well thought out concept of what to do in what order. Probably could actually get to the point of having a roadmap pretty soon. I could ask the team how we're doing that. We're just super heads down. We're super busy right now with Gen Con coming up and trying to get to Steam Early Access officially without having to give out codes, stuff like that. So I expect we'll have a roadmap right around that time, right? It would actually be good to have a roadmap. I'm gonna write this down. Sorry, I'm doing this live here. Roadmap right around the Steam release might actually be super worth it, because it's the kind of thing that you can show with your early access tag and be like, here's what's coming. Don't have to get super worried about this thing you think is missing, because I can tell you right here it's coming. All right. I don't care about Magnificent. This is tempting if I think I'm going to lose, but I'm hoping not to, so I kind of want to get rid of Puck, although Goodie Bag's starting to look a bit weak. This is kind of a board held together by duct tape and shoestrings, to be honest. 100% getting the support was a difference. Absolutely. Don't ever apologize for making notes to improve things. I think we... Yeah, absolutely. I'm a very apologetic kind of person, but I don't mean it like... I don't mean it necessarily deeply when I just throw it in a sentence like that. I'm just trying to be polite. It's a very... it's a learned behavior. Spend some time trying to get people to listen to you in meetings, and you might start to understand how preemptive deference becomes a natural habit. I don't necessarily love it, but it is what it is. All right, so I want to get rid of, I think, Mama Bear and Puck next, and then Punk's Phil is going to go very soon after. So what am I looking glassing? Or do I just take Magnificent? I think every epic is just better than Magnificent for me here, so I think we're just going to do that. And Mama Bear is probably better to keep around for a turn. I think I just need to get out of Puck. Okay, that's an animal. That's great. Down Came the Rain. Down Came the Rain is... Oh, it's +3/+3 with the... Yeah, that's actually probably good enough because of the 2 summons. I think I like this, although this does give me the ability to trigger a ship shape, which isn't super great at turn 7, but it's still worth noting. I think I'm going to do this, though. Okay, Snapping Hydra. Can you hit not my 2 biggest characters, maybe? All right. Can you go here? No. Okay, so we're taking full heart. Oh, we only had half heart to lose anyways. Never mind. This is not the shop we needed. I think I'm taking Twinkle Twinkle because I need every little bit of power I can get right now to kind of scrabble myself back to a board that makes sense. There's the ship shape. That's hilarious. I really do like Snapping Hydra here, though, so I'm taking Snapping Hydra. And under that circumstances, I think we're going to be losing Goodie Bag and Phil pretty soon here, but Mama Bear is just worse. So we're going to do that. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like 3-heart Athena. We're going to have to get really lucky. Can you hit, like, Punxsutawney Phil, like, 4 times for me, please? Thank you. All right. We're holding on by a thread, and we have an epic treasure. Parting gift would be nice if we can ever get this Goodie Bag up. Toy box is okay. Yeah, I think we're taking Toy box. Oh, I needed something like this turn. I needed something to make this better. I needed like a Oberon or something. This is gonna suck. If I put the Goodie Bag here, because Phil just isn't doing it anymore. I don't even think Merlin is good enough. Is there a toy here? You know what? Actually, I think the correct thing is to take the toy. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Well, Snapping Hydra doing its job and taking out Phil, and then Captain Hook stealing my Goodie Bag. Yeah, this isn't going well. All right. Well, I saw that coming a mile away, but here we are. Yeah, literally every attack that could go to Phil went to Phil. Yep. All right, I'm gonna be right back, and then I'm gonna sneak in one more live lobby if people are around. So I'm actually going to put this up. I'm going to take a quick break. We'll see if there's enough people to do another live lobby by the time I get back. What is it? A69. And if for some reason we're not... A69G. Alright, give me a second. BRB. All right, I'm gonna back out of this and we'll do an async lobby. I think I have time for one more async and then another live if we can fit it in. Otherwise, I'll do an async. I'll do 2 more games. Oh, Sir Galahad, everyone's favorite. Little Genie is fun, but not amazing. You know what? Professor Who's fine. Do we have... I don't want... I'm gonna keep Fates in here. This is kind of ugly, but whatever. So what I get for playing on a special version. This song bothers me. Good enough. Deck building is not my forte. I am looking forward to a future where there are more features helping me with my decks. What could those possibly be? You know, it's funny, I actually meant to show that off just a tiny little bit. I might do that after this game if I remember. Alright, I like Laser Shark. I like making Laser Shark big. I like Puck. It makes Laser Shark big. Laser Shark, be big. Nice. Alright. Puck. Puck. Puck? I don't want this sitting on my board because it's messed up, but it's like the correct pick. I could justify Baby Dragon. Might actually be better. Nah. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll take the Baby Dragon. If you ask Yuck, that would be a random deck button. You know, actually, I'm gonna... That's such an easy... That's such an easy thing to add the thing I'm working on soon, if not now, that I'm actually writing that down. Yeah, Yuck, like, I mean, even just in the deck editor, there's room for buttons, and random deck would be a 10-minute code. I could code random deck today. I like Twinkle Twinkle. Twinkle Twinkle's one of my favorite spells. It's not as good as it used to be, or at least it doesn't feel like it's as good as it used to be. And I'm not sure what that's about. I'm not sure if the stats of characters have gotten tighter or gone up a bit so that the bonus isn't as powerful, or if I've just played it so much that I'm playing it too often and so it feels worse because I'm playing it at times when I shouldn't. Captain Ahab. I want a character here. Ooh, Asymmetry is actually pretty good, and it lets me... Oh, I have Magic Acorn. It's so much better than I thought it was. Oh, this is so good. Okay, glitch. Wait, that's not glitch. That's Chich. All right, Chich. Please do not. I guess, you know what? If you hit this guy, it doesn't matter. This is so... What a weird battle. Okay, so you're going to hit here. You're going to hit here. And then I'm actually going to lose, even though I got 2 hunts. 2 hunts out of my Ahab. That puck was doing so much work. Okay. Am I meeting in a tavern? I mean, Fey Familiar is pretty solid. I think I want symmetry in the back this turn. Baby Dragon can go. Yeah, okay, sure. Silver Symmetry is not that big of a deal. I think I'd rather get random and trigger the Fey Familiar. What do you do? +1/+1? Okay. Baby Bear, you do not fit on this board unless I'm replacing Laser Shark, which I think is still better for at least a turn. Yeah, okay, let's do this. This song is too many Sonic overclocked remix songs. Let's move on to something else. Okay, well this is Sonic, but like I like it, so we're gonna leave it. All right. Ahab slays. This board is like night and day with that other board. So much worse. All right. We don't have anything to True Love's Kiss. I mean, I guess I could True Love's Kiss the Symmetry or the Ahab and be okay with that, but I think I'd rather just have a rare. Fairy Dragon. It's not that great. Is it better than Symmetry, Fey Familiar? I mean, I do have Magic Acorn, so I do kind of want it. I think it's time to get rid of Laser Shark? Symmetry is just too big. All right, let's do this. Two-headed Wizard, I guess. Does it play? I don't think it plays. I like my supports. I don't really want to double that spell. Punching Bag's interesting. It's better than Symmetry. I guess Symmetry's a... Symmetry's basically a 10-16 here. Fey Familiar is only an 8-8. Yeah, let's just get rid of the Fey Familiar. Hawkteria. All right. Double Pick a Peck. I don't really have anything I even care to do that on. I could potentially play a Slash for a turn. Like, just for the value. Like, Fairy Dragon isn't actually doing that much. Maybe I'll do that. I don't love it, but like, I'm at 3 hearts. I should spend some of those hearts. Ship Shape is not triggering. I don't want to double Lightning Bolt though. Wow, this is just like, do I take Dash now too? Why not? Should I be putting Captain Ahab in the back? Yeah, I don't really care. Like, I'd rather have the Symmetry grow. All right, so we're gonna put Ship Shape in the bank. Okay, definitely. Oh, wow, that's a big Laser Shark. Good, 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 good. All right, well, I didn't want to take full heart damage. I thought I could spend some hearts a little bit. Oh, double over the rainbow. Oh, I have to do that. Let's see if we can find a giant epic. And a True Love's Kiss. But I don't have an epic to use it on. So yeah, I think we just... Are we just taking Giant Scar? I don't love Scar. But like... I don't want anything else out of this shop. So yeah, let's take Scar. I mean, literally everything here is at least under consideration. Probably not Down Came the Rain. I do want to get out of Puck, even though I have the Acorn. So let's look at our board without the Puck. It's pretty sad. The extra stats from Punching Bag would go a long way, but Stinky is like Punching Bag but good. I'm kind of a fan of Punching Bag but good. Yeah, let's do that. Does anything else change? I think we should just have Scar first. These don't matter much. This is more likely to survive back here. Let's do that. Okay. Oh, wow. Stinky surviving on 1 health. Okay. But yeah, we're doing fine here. We're fine again. Is this a Mysterio play? I don't hate transforming the Scar at all. Is there anything else here I'd be sad to lose? Stinky is the only thing here I care about. And if I bank it, then I can do it again later. So let's do that. Mockingbird, Two-Headed Dragon, Bronze Goose, Ogre Magi, and Queen of Hearts. Frankenstein's also solid, goes really well with the summon. It would let us get rid of Queen of Hearts. Sure, I like that. I'm keeping Animal because it goes with Mockingbird, but maybe that's a mistake and it's causing me to position poorly because Mockingbird is the biggest thing on the board. So actually, yeah, I'm just going to get rid of the Bronze Goose. If you transform a character, is the base gone for good? Generally, yes. The only exception is if your opponent transforms it with like Medusa or Stroke of Midnight. Obviously, that doesn't make it go away. But if you, via a spell or other effect, transform one of your characters during the shop phase to a different character, or your Chameleon hunts, or any of that. Wow, two health. Yeah, the original character is gone for good. You can't ever find it again. You can't find a different copy of it. There's not like a silver or gold. You can't transform into it. It's just out of your pool. You have a single pool that's used for your shop, your summons, and your transforms. It's one pool for everything. And everything affects that pool. That's why summons have the same buffs as the cards in the shop do, right? If you summon something with Goodie Bag and then it shows up in the shop, it has the buff, right? I like Mixo Macho here, actually. I don't know if it's going to be enough stats, but to make it worth it, but it seems decent enough. I don't actually need this to be there. This can be here. Goldilocks is not great, but it is an animal. It's also a legendary, which is good for transforming later. Yeah, let's do that. Presence of Gaia on like these 2 slots. Or maybe on the back slots. I'm kind of slowly getting into like a possibility of some summon view or summon. Like I could get a mop. I like that. This is staying here because of the Mixo, so we want Goldilocks and maybe here. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, let's do it here. I want the Ogre Magi to slay. No. It's gonna get because of the Mixo. So much to keep track of in this game. Like, lots of little ways to gain advantages that aren't necessarily obvious, and lots of stuff to keep track of. I just mean that in general, not even necessarily this particular game, which is going poorly because this chip is gonna crush me here in a second. Wow, and of course you have Parting Gift too. Are you kidding me? This is insane. This board is just nuts. This is like the definitive nuts toy board. I killed one thing. Anyways, I just think it's amazing that this game is so deep for how, quote, little, unquote, the interactions there are, how many choices you make, like 3 things at a time, 2 turns a shop, right? 2 shops a turn. All right, well, I'm ready to have all legendaries now. I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, let's dump this Mysterio in the bin, get a free shop and a bunch of legendaries. Elminster, not too bad. Titania, Merlin, Oberon. Okay. Some combination of this. Let's go again. Merlin's going. You also can't summon anymore. Yep. Yep. One pool. Mephisto. Oh, I mean, obviously this turn with the Titania and the Oberon and the Magic Acorn, I just don't think I want the Mephisto, but it's probably better than Kraken. So, like, I want to put Mephisto here for a turn or two while everything gets buff. And then swap it with the Titania. The Oberon stays. Maybe I swap it with the Titania anyways. Maybe I just put it here now. I do want at least one shot to kill Elminster. I don't want Merlin to go away. Kraken... Yeah, I think we're going to replace Kraken this turn, but... I believe I saw secret rares coming back after being transformed by multiple Wonderbox. Yeah, there is one way to refill the pool, and that is if you run out of... In certain conditions, you run out, it'll refill it. And that's just kind of like a hack. Essentially, it's better than having nothing. And we've talked about other tricks. We've talked about having like a character that shows up when you've run out of other characters. But there'll always be something. There'll always be something that keeps you from having a, you know, an empty character pool at any given rarity from failing. But it's not clear long-term what that's going to be. This shop is butts. I think I just cast the spell because Merlin. And I think I put it on Oberon. Actually, let's put it on Mephisto. Mephisto's pretty tiny right now. Okay. Do I want to change any of this? This looks fine. Okay, I can beat these stats. This is fine. I'm still worried about that toy board and how I'm gonna defeat it. If they get Poison Apple going as well, I'm just dead, I think, because stats are kind of my trick here. I'm gonna go for Elminster this turn so that I can eat it with Mephisto. Do I need Stroke of Midnight? I don't know how many people are left in the lobby, but I would much rather not risk it, and Stroke could save me from a crazy chip, so I think I'm going to take Stroke. Sorcerer's Mop. That was me a turn ago. Double. What do we got? A 2/2. Woo. I mean, it's still correct because of Elminster and a shop full of garbage, but it's hilarious. I think I'm going to do the front one just because, like, Mephisto's going to start triggering pretty soon, and that'll start stacking up over time. Melody's Loot. I think I want the Tiamat's Claw, but I could justify any of these as being kind of all lukewarm. I don't think I want the spell. I think I'd rather definitely get more character. Okay, so what are we doing? We're putting Mephisto in the back, which means Titania and Elminster are going this turn. Something like this. Okay. So, like, this silver is only useful if we get to the gold this turn, so I actually think I take the Abracadabra. These are not what I was looking for. I guess I just take a bunch of stats. This is slightly better. Okay. All right. Well, we're not to Geppetto yet, so this should be a pretty easy fight. And then we have these things might not even die, honestly. This board is not the kind of board that I'm worried about killing things. Let's see what this Mockingbird does. Oh, great. A Cowardly Lion. Thanks. Well, I was really hoping to have these stacked up on my Mephisto before facing Toy Guy again, but here we are. Didn't even get much value from the Tiamat's Claw. Well, none of these do anything, so I guess I take the Peter Pan? I'm making the assumption that Mixo won't do anything against the toy board because it wasn't a board that was based on stats. Wow. I just don't even know what I'm supposed to do here. It's probably die. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see if I have enough stats to make up for this ridiculous board. I don't think I do. If I don't hit the fill ever, I say as I do it, it might be enough, but I don't think so. Can we hit the Mecha Man first, please? Ugh. Yeah, no, oh, yeah, of course, of course. Of course you're going to summon a barrel of monkeys because I wasn't already getting crushed badly enough. Oh my god, I lost by a freaking sorcerer's mop. Okay, well that was fun. It was fun. Final turn 12. Okay, I've got time for probably one more if people are up for it. I'm going to put this up, but I'm going to do something else here in a second, and we'll see if it fills while I do this other thing, which is load up. Since y'all are hanging out, everybody who stuck with me for this long, I'm going to try to... Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Pull up what I've been working on and just kind of give you a really quick preview. Maybe not spoil everything, but this is 100% dev. Everything you see is not only subject to change, but much of it is very intentionally placeholder while we test things. Oh, cool. Well, that lobby will stay on its own. Y'all can stay in it. I'll be back there in a minute as long as there's room for me. So I've been working on some stuff here with the captain select. So the first thing I'll show you that's kind of cool is that like we actually remember captains. So Maximus, this might not actually work because of what mode it's in, but in theory it's supposed to remember what captains. I'm actually going to check. It might not be working. Yeah, it's random right now because I'm in debug mode, so I can't show you that. But the thing I'm working on is actually deck selection. And so like looking at different decks that you can have, you've got your base theme deck, kind of the cards aren't right, by the way. This is all, like I said, test data. All the assets are filler. Everything you're looking at has not been made to look pretty yet. This is just functional. I'm playing with function. But this is your base deck. You can see what it is. You can edit it, or you can just leave it selected, or I can select this other theme deck that, you know, we've released where we're like, here's another way you can play the game with Chief Evil Officer. You can play it with this other deck, and I can pick that deck, or I can edit it, or I can pay for it if I want to just buy the cards in it immediately. And I also have my own custom deck, which is currently named Hercules and Friends, but like you'd be able to name that whatever you want, or maybe it just says custom. I'm not sure. And so you can pick what the deck shows on the front of the deck box. I know these look like captains, but imagine they're deck boxes. Just use your imagination. Like I said, placeholder assets. And then you could pick what deck you want, and then you can play with it, and you can switch between decks. This is, you know, all work in progress, but we're hoping to make deck building both easier for people who like deck building and easier for people who don't like deck building kind of at the same time. So that's the thing I've been working on. Let me... Oh, I had the wrong code too. Okay, well, thank you everybody for... Let me see if I'm still connected. Oh, I'm still connected. Okay. TF6E. My apologies. And that's fine because I was showing stuff off, so it's totally okay. I'm just gonna wait to see if this fills up because it's probably my last lobby of the day. Get in while the getting's good. Yeah, I got about enough water for this one last game. All right, room for one more. I'll give it about 60 seconds, see if anybody wants to join. There we go. Thank you, everybody, for joining my final lobby. Lumpy Hippie Cats, Than, Sunny Ray, let's go. What do we got? I mean, I could take Geppetto. Be like revenge for that async game that none of you had anything to do with. Or I can take Dr. Aegon, which is a terrible captain that Yuck keeps insisting is fun. I kid, I kid, I kid. We all know that it's not fun. I think we're going to try the Dr. Aegon essentially base deck. I took out Genie of the Lamp. I do actually think Dr. Aegon is a lot of fun when it goes well. It's not very much fun when it goes poorly. Really depends on how many Lost in the Woods and Meet in the Taverns you get in your uncommon shops. I think that's a big determinant of how good of a game you can get with Dr. Aegon. If all you're getting are spoonfuls of sugar, it can be really frustrating. All right, Evil Stepmother, great first pick. Silver Evil Stepmother, possibly the best thing I could have gotten. I don't want the egg on turn 1. I don't need the value from Gingerbread, so I'm actually going to go for the Thorn. What do we got here? We have a Dungeon Master, so I'll put the Thorn in the back. I'm assuming, yep, I was assuming there was some sort of support back there, since the supports are heroes and villains and quite good. All right, so I think we take the villain here. And even though I don't want Jealous Stepsisters, it's still a villain, so I think it's correct. Well, I'm not recruiting a character this turn, but it still might be correct. I mean, Lesser Mimic this early is not generally my favorite thing, but you can get some doubled up uncommons and be really powerful, so we'll give it a try. If I put Stepsisters in, there really isn't a spot where Stepsisters is going to trigger at 2 power, but we'll see. I think pretty much any configuration of these is justifiable, to be honest. I'm very... I think there's a lot more art to how you distribute your characters in the first few turns than most people put into it. And I'm talking about edges of, like, you know, a handful of percentage points. But, like, I will commonly put, like... Okay, that worked out from a number standpoint. Hit doesn't matter what you hit. I will commonly do, like, on turn 1, I was seriously considering, like, do I want the 1/1 in front and the Stepmother in the back? Because a lot of the most powerful cards have 1 toughness, 1 health, and so it can actually be up to your advantage. Like, this could theoretically, if I had done this against the opponent that I did face, I would have won the fight rather than tied it, right? So we're gonna take Ooh, Ace of Hearts gives me another shop and a character, but Meet in a Tavern triggers Aegon, so I'm going to do Meet in a Tavern. Maybe I'll get Ace. Did not. I like Go Again, try to get another shot at cycling spells. Presence of Gaia could, at least in theory, get Stepsisters to trigger, but, like, I'm not even sure I want that. I kind of like Ahab, actually. It's a decent chunk of stats. I can stick it, like, here. This isn't too bad. I can work with this. All right, cats, let's see what you got. Monkey getting some real insane value there. And definitely winning on the back of a giant monkey doing a 2-for-1. Maybe it was a 3-for-1. It was a lot. That monkey took a lot of things out. I don't love Presence of Gaia here, but, like, I guess this is pretty good with Jack in the Box. And I have to decide if I want the Stepsisters to trigger if I do that. Which I don't think I do. I don't love Jill Sunshine. I think I'd rather go for my 2 spells this turn. And then I could put Jack in the Box here. Or here. I don't actually care about the extra toughness, so yeah, let's put this Presence of Gaia here and move the Jack here. Ooh, perfect. Meet in a tavern. Great. Now I can get rid of Jealous Stepsisters and get my common treasure. Twin Shot. Great. This is... like, I'm not out of the woods here, but like I feel so much better than I did a second ago in terms of ability to not take full heart damage. That's a pretty big board though. Although it's all kind of concentrated in a couple places. Okay. All right. So we got a win and we get our doubled treasure. Doubled drafty window. Like, normally doubled Achilles High Tops would be really tempting, but I only have the 1 hero. I have 2 animals. Drafty window is obviously speculative, but it's going into turn 5 where the wizards are, and I really wouldn't mind a wizard, so yeah, let's do it. Double drafty window. Boon Willow is not a wizard, but like, that's a lot of value. Probably better than Lost in the Woods. That's +6. That's like a whole treasure. It's worth of stats right there. And we want this in the back. We probably want it here. And then the rest of this stuff is whatever. If I leave Baby Bear here, I'll get a slot buff if it lives. I don't care about the lightning bolts. I like the Blackbeard's parrot. I can go right here. I mean, I kind of want to take the Baby Bear instead of the Ahab. Pyrat. Oh, maybe I actually want the Pyrat gone. Yes, I want the Pyrat gone. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay. I want to get that slot buff here because I'm still within the range of a turn where a Ship Shape Inspector would absolutely make its way onto my board for long enough to get the treasure. Could you not double summon, please? Thank you. Half a heart. I'll take it. You know, I was actually tempted by the spoonful, but I'd rather just take the silver here. I do want to get rid of Baby Bear this turn. I wouldn't mind finding a better summon, too. All right. Presence of Gaia. Put here on the Boon Willow slot, but I kind of want it here if I'm ever going to... I do generally prefer buffing slot 5 for the long game. This is fine where it is. Yeah, this is all fine. I'm going to replace Baby Bear. So yeah, let's do this one. Meet in a tavern. Yeah, meet in a tavern's fine. 2 blind mice. You know, you're bigger than Baby Bear. And this gives pirates. You're not a pirate. You might be a pirate. You are a pirate. Okay, Sunny Ray, you've got 3 hearts, so... You know, I'm a little scared. And you're Dungeon Master. You got, like, those high tops. Do you have my high tops? Okay. So the board I faced before was a bit of a bigger board, and that one was fine. Okay. I do like you meet in a tavern. I don't think any of the epics here are worth keeping. Get my uncommon treasure on turn 7. Ooh, Genie's Lamp. Okay. All right. We're going to go off now. I think Queen of Hearts is better than Captain Ahab. Pick a peck. Is that a good use of a doubled spell? I do really want to trigger this as quickly as possible. If I were to control my shop, what would I want? I mean, really nothing. I don't really want this either. I've already had my Mimic. I guess I could get a lucky chest. I think I'm just going to cast Peppers. I don't love it. Two Blind Mice is the logical place for it, but I really don't want a shop full of animals. I guess on turn 8 it's fine, and I do have several animals. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just get our spell casts in. I really want to accelerate the counters while I still can. That's bigger. I like that. Okay. Actually, is Queen of Hearts even supposed to be first at this point? Yeah, okay. Oh, that monkey is just a little too small. I didn't hit the Boon Willow anyways. Okay. Oh, I got a free lucky chest anyways. Thank you. I was just talking about that. Stinky versus casting one of my spells that gets doubled. Well, if I double both of my spells this turn, I have 2 charges. That'll get me through rare and epic treasures, and that's a pretty big deal. Is that better than a Stinky, which is a huge amount of value right now? Like, that's, you know, something. And this is, like, just not the, you know, this isn't really a spell I want to copy. I think I keep the Jack in the Box, but I don't love it. And they're all going to go as fast as I can. Ooh, Over the Rainbow going into turn 9. There we go. That's exciting. Spellbook punch card. Okay. Too bad I didn't get to trigger that. All right, I feel pretty good. Even if I take full heart here, even if my opponent's really, really powerful, I'm still going to get a chance to do my double over on Legendary, and this will be good. Actually, I think I want Jack in front. Let's see if I can put Jack in front. And in that case, maybe Stinky doesn't want the health. Maybe I'd rather have Jack get the double. Something like that. I think it's all possible. It kind of depends on what the texture of their board is, whether or not there's any way to make Stinky survive a hit. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for coming and watching the stream and hanging out. This is going to be the last lobby. I'm going to get going and get back to work on that deck selection random functionality I just showed you. I look forward to hanging out with you all on Yuck's stream every day, and so feel free to, if you don't already follow Yuck, I'd highly recommend it. He plays lobbies like these almost every morning, and there'll be another dev stream on Tuesday. It won't be me though. I don't actually remember who's next. I think it's Shannon, actually, our art director. So that's going to be exciting. Ooh, two-headed wizard with my genie's lamp and my drafty window, and I haven't used my... It'll use up my Over the Rainbow, though. Oh, that's rough. Oh, this is rough. I really need the double... I really need the stats. If I take the two-headed wizard, I pretty much have to hit a bonkers spell, or I'm probably not in contention at this time because of the legendary status, so... Yeah, I think I'm going to all for one. I think it's just, unfortunately, the correct way to do this. Black Pearl is not what I wanted. And another shop full of non-legendaries is also not what I wanted. Well, we'll do another spell. And maybe we'll get a legendary. Cool. Also not legendaries. But at least there's options. I guess I take a giant dragon instead of the Queen of Hearts. I mean, the Jack in the Box is obviously also needs to get out of here, but I think... So this is 20, this is like 30-30. This is about the same. About the same in terms of their overall stat profile. I don't think any of these are sticking around long, but I think this is slightly better. Okay. Hopefully that keeps us, I mean, we're at 2 hearts, so it's not a huge deal, but hopefully that keeps us from... Yeah, I needed Stinky to be attacked. Okay, we at least did half a heart. I did half a heart. That giant dragon helped us get to half a heart. This is 3 shops. This is 3 shops. That's great. Okay, we're starting to see some legendaries. I'm gonna just take my first legendary, essentially, just so I have something to True Love's Kiss. And then I want this over here. I don't want this around anymore. I do need to cast more spells, so let's... yeah, like, Blind Mice needs to go away, but is it going away this turn? Not clear. Frankenstein. Better than the spell, but I'm committing to casting the next spell? Well, I guess I'm committing to casting the next spell. Alright, whatever. This gives me another shop and a legendary treasure. Sword of Light and Shadow, I can work with that. Stinky. Art and Marketing Duo stream next week. We will be showing off some Set 2 art, so you won't want to miss that. That is super exciting, everybody. You should totally show up for that. Are you able to do raids, Cinco? I'm going to need a raid in whenever this ends, so just kind of getting ahead of that. Goodie Bag is probably too late, even with all the little bits of support I have here. Lightning Bolt doesn't really do anything. None of this really does anything. I think I'm gonna take the Lightning Bolt. It has the chance of keeping me in better shape. That's not great. Yep, I don't love supporting the Stinky, but like it's the thing most likely to stick around because it's always gonna 2-for-1. This gains the most stats. This already trades. Yeah, I think this is correct. All right, cool. Thanks a lot. Oh, that golden Mega Man's looking at me funny. Glad I hit it first. Little surprised. I guess because of the support, it makes sense to have it in front. All right, well, at least I only lost half a heart. Luckily, I only had half a heart to lose, so we're fine. Mixo's tempting. What do I Mixo? I don't really have any great targets for Mixo. I think I go for Lucky Chest here. I have the Lucky Chest, I go for the treasure off of it. Just get some stats and cycle. I don't think Tin Man is worth popping the Lucky Chest on, although an epic treasure could be good in other situations. I do feel like I'm just kind of hanging on by the skin of my teeth here, as it were. Do teeth have skin? How is this only 2020? That's never getting anywhere. I guess now's the time to do Mixo. If I had the goodie bag already. I could Mixo the Stinky. That's actually not terrible. Let's Mixo the Stinky. That might work out. Stroke of Midnight, which gives me another shop and might keep me alive. Do I have a mage? I don't have a mage. Bahamut is not bigger than anything except the Doctor, but it is bigger enough than the Doctor that I probably should take it at this point. Okay, let's do that. We don't need to Oberon the Stinky this time. Let's Oberon the Bahamut. Okay. Do teeth have skin? They do if you forget. That's... Why would you say that? That's not a... It's not okay. Bleh. Bleh. Alright. Barely killing Lumpy by 2 health on the blind mice. Good job, mice. Alright, let's get our spells out of the way for the turn. These are all kind of boring spells. These are all nothing burgers. This is a bunch of shops. Well, it's not because I didn't lose. Two-headed wizard. Maybe I'll find a double-double. Eureka. Oh, I don't want to quadruple cast Eureka without a mage. And this is fine. This is fine. It's probably better than Oberon at this point. I'm just like pulling myself up by a tiny bit of stats every turn, and it's just, ooh, Wonderbox. Oh, Wonderbox with a quad spell synced up. If I get a double-double, if I don't die. Alright, hippie. Making sure Blind Mice has the biggest buff. Otherwise, it doesn't matter much. Okay, let's see if I can just not die here. Okay, that is a big tall ask. I need you to hit this stinky and hit this. No. Okay, hit that. Great. Okay. That was actually closer than I thought it would be. I expected to get crushed there, and I only lost by 4 health. Okay. Quad Twinkle Twinkle is like nothing, so I think I take this. I mean, sure, might as well. Quad Giant Growth, I'm gonna get greedy. I mean, that's not what I meant, but like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's 10 treasures, so this is plus 40 to my board. Or I can roll again and try to get something better. Like, double-double is like game-winning here. I'm gonna go for the double-double. We're gonna get greedy. Do I take the Giant Growth? Which is even more stats than that other thing was. I think I have to. I hate doing it, but I think I just need to keep myself alive. It also gives me my other shop, but that's unfortunate. As my Wonderbox goes nuts. This is kind of fun to watch. It's usually annoying, but like something about the new frame popping in and out is cool. Okay, so this is probably under average, so let's do this. Oh, okay. I mean, we have to. This is great. We're gonna get 2 secret rares out of this. Ghost Armor, Sorcerer's Mop, Ogre Magi, Captain Hook's pretty cool. Zeus is great. Sorcerer's Mop doesn't need to be in the front. We could put Zeus in the back. Actually, Sorcerer's Mop does go with Captain Hook. I like this. I don't have a strong opinion, but like I like this only hitting like this, ideally. I don't really want it to hit this, but I do want it in the back. Okay. I mean, this Sorcerer's Mop is screaming for me to go find a summon, so if we survive, we're still looking for that, so. Okay. Okay, can you shoot, please? Wait, what the heck? Why am I not attacking? Am I missing something? Is there something happening here that, like... Am I misunderstanding what's going on? Can someone fill me in on what's happening? Why am I not attacking? What just happened? Why did my characters not attack? Charlie, what happened? Why did my characters not attack? It was so bad too, because like Zeus is ranged and Captain Hook. Oh my god, it was, I mean, I might have still died, but like, if I Captain Hooked their stuff, it would have been, I don't know, that was weird. What just happened? Okay. Well, that's Galaxy, everybody. Thanks for playing. Are Are you around to do a raid, Cinco? Yuck, I swear to God that my creatures were not attacking consistently. It was very weird. I'm certain... Well, I shouldn't say certain. I'll have to look at the logs. I'll pull them from the server afterwards, but like, I'm 99% certain Zeus never attacked. And it wasn't, I don't think it was statued first, but maybe it's possible. Yeah, there was certainly nothing. I mean, I can go back and look at the VOD too. But if nothing else, it wasn't showing things attacking. So that was fun. I look forward to chasing that bug down. But anyways, thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I will say goodbye.